Right, well, g'day and welcome back. We are checking in today on the residence build for the collector. Now, quite a lot has happened since last time. We started doing a little bit of adding in some plants and whatnot around the outside here. I've only done sort of this side. I haven't really done down here as yet. I think I might make this a little bit more flower based, seeing the hunter and the carpenter are sort of flower based residences, and this one, the collector, is sort of, I'm trying to make him thematically a little bit more desert to sort of match the green of his altar and whatnot there, and his flames. I've added a little bit of a scarecrow up here as a little bit of a welcome through the door. What's changed here is we've added one of these metal grates in at the door here, and inside here has completely changed. So what I ended up doing, and to give you a bit of background on why it's changed, I decided that as I was going to put my other builder on this side over here into the side of the wall, that I was going to make this build virtually straight back from here. I wasn't sure if I was going to have it, because with the way I had it was sort of this build came to around about here. But what I'd like to do is try and make room for potentially 3 builders here if I need to, because having been following the posts from the game developers and whatnot in saying how many more craftspeople they're going to add to the game, they said they'll be adding a few more. And at the moment we've got 6, and I've got houses for 1, 2 there, 3 there. This will be 4. This one here will be 5. The other one will be 6 here, and then I've got potentially another one for in the wall there for 7. But I may need eventually to have something like 8. So if I make it potentially that I've got a little bit more space over here, even if it has to be sort of over here and down, it can still be close enough to the town centre and the marketplace. So I just wanted to try and sort of future-proof it as much as I could. So at any rate, what I've done here is, because of that, I've filled in these walls here. So there was previously a hole there, you'll see just there above my head. There's actually walls. There's actually a space there, and behind these walls here, there's actually a space right now. And what I've done is I've gone through and done quite a bit of work in here. So we've added in some bookshelves in here, and we've added in everything that's thematic for the collector. So the throne, all of his specially crafted tables. And as we said, this is a marketplace. So similar to the other 2 builders who've got their little stalls just over there, this is going to be a very similar thing. So the collector can have his own stall in here, and this is basically a stall for him. So we've got a lot of his cupboards, his tables, chairs, whatnot in here as well. These heads, which I love. I love that eye follows you. It's so cool. And similar to the other survivors, what we've got as well is a little sort of, front desk for him while he's serving his customers, and then a little sort of mini crafting area for him, I guess. Now, what we have done with this is the trapdoor is basically sort of where it was, but what I've done is changed a heap in here. So what we've done is we've now got a double-sided wall here, whereas previously I hadn't hollowed any of this out. And we've put in some of that lovely glowing new block there, and got the polished stone block here underneath me. What we've also done around this side, and I'll sort of come round from this footpath to better illustrate, is I've created a footpath in similar to what we've got for the other survivor over here. So he's got his own little entry here. I will go through and fix up this wall here. I wanted to leave that rock sort of carved out of the wall, so it looked pretty cool and pretty interesting. But I'll go through and develop it a little bit more with plants and some different shapes, and I don't know, perhaps some different other things in there as well. A little bit, maybe a few flowers here and there, not really sure as yet. What we've also done here is we've used some more of this new block, and this is going to be a little kitchen area in here. So the kitchen area is going to have a bit of a lookout out to the mountains, which is going to be fantastic. And then I've left a space down here for sort of a little outdoor dining area, which again will have views of the mountains over there. And I want that similar theme to what we've got over here with the carpenter and the guest residents down there as well. They've all got views of the mountains over here. So that's the theme there, and I haven't gone through and filled any of this in yet. I was thinking I might make a little bit of a sort of under the stairs garden in here, something different, not really sure. So none of this was hollowed out or anything. I've all sort of hollowed it all out. The other thing we've started to do in here as well is I've started to hollow this out. I haven't gone through and put all the tiles in it as yet. Where I am right here at this end wall, that's where the end of my building limit is. So it's right here on this wall, and it's just above my head over the other side there. That's where the building limit is, at the moment anyway. So that's as far as we've gotten there. I've also tried to make some higher roofs in here as well than I did with the other residents. I was a little bit limited by the fact that I had, you know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 stories all pretty much directly on top of each other. So I think at this stage I'll try and leave this roof sort of a little bit higher, and I've actually given myself a bit of play so I can make it higher if I want. Now what I've done as well is, in trying to link the residents and make it sort of a central point here, so you can come from the residence, go straight into the house, but you can also come straight up here. And what the plans are for up here is to have a outdoor area. So it'll be an outdoor entertainment area and an outdoor reading area and sitting area, similar to what I've got just above my head there for one of the other survivors. And what I wanted to do for each of these survivors is give them all not only frontage onto the marketplace for their shops, but also give them frontage onto the marketplace for their relaxation spaces as well. So it's a community hub down there, not just a marketplace as well. So that's the plan for this side of things over here. That big green flame there will be going. I'm just using it for light at the moment. It's far too bright, it's ridiculous. And the plans for the rest of up here and this side up here, at this stage I think we will be keeping this stone here, but I may actually incorporate it as a feature of the other builder that I put underneath there, and I'm not sure which builder will go under there as yet. And I am yet to sort of clean up this area. This is only sort of messing around, and I'm very OCD with wanting to have sort of 8 stairs and then 8 stairs, so I have to sort of count how many bricks up I go, and then also what I'm going to do for how the space opens up and whatever. So it was a real pain in the butt trying to do that. So, but we've got it sorted out now. I'll also do a little bit of decoration and whatnot in here as well. I'll put some candles and whatnot in here, and I'll make them all sort of themed around the collector's buildable items. So yeah, so that's generally the gist of what's going on with, as far as we've gotten with the collector's residence. I think at this stage it's looking pretty cool, and our next steps from here are going to be to populate this living space in here and complete the kitchen. Might even try and make some shelves or something along here just to make it sort of a little bit interesting, and something sort of a little bit more leading onto this view out here as well. And there may even be a tiny little sort of garden space here as well. What I've tried to do here is just leave these platforms here similar to what I did down there, so I could you know, sort of take a look at things and get an overview as I go, sort of go, all right, how's that garden looking? So God, I love that house there. That guest residence is so cool. All right, well, I guess in terms of as far as we've gotten on this side of the build, that's where we are at the moment. And as with all of my other videos, things may change. I may wake up one day in the middle of this build and decide that I want to do a story downstairs. Who knows? So we'll see what happens. That should be it for us for this time around. And once again, thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate that. Let me know what you think of the build, and if you've got any ideas or anything, let me know in the comments down below. I'll make sure that I read them, and we'll try and get them incorporated into the build. All right, well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Glitch Gaming.